Welcome back, friends, to another episode of the Airstream Carport, otherwise known as the airport.
This is part 11 in this series, so if you've missed steps 1 through 10, check out the playlist to get caught up.
Yes, this series has been a little tricky to edit, especially the last couple of videos, because once we got this cover up, we were working on so many different aspects of this project all at the same time.
We would get started on a project and have to quit about halfway through and get started on another part of a project and then come back. Guys, things are getting really confusing.
Case in point, in the last video you saw us pour a concrete pad for the water pump house and build the base and the frame of that. Today's video is going to start without the base and frame on the concrete pad because something important happened in between those two steps.
What was it?
The electric trench was dug. The tractor is coming back to dig the last trench for the electrical. So my job before they get here is I need to dig up sort of where that AC power comes out. We terminated it here under the ground somewhere. Should have marked it better, but I got to dig in there, find that box so we'll know exactly what direction to dig the trench to get up to the airport. We wasted no time in getting prepped to run the electrical lines through this trench because, wouldn't you know it, rain was in the forecast again.
Yeah, and you may be seeing 2 people in our video today that you may have never seen before. And this is our friends Dave and Jen. They came to visit.
They were so much help while they were here, so thanks, guys. wind was insane this day, so I'm gonna translate. The fish tape wasn't quite long enough for the full run, so we broke it up into 2 sections. This is the last one. Okay, so we're finally hooking up the power to this 30 amp box that we've got. It's also got a like a GFCI 20 amp plug. Now it's wired for 220, which means I'm gonna have to bring in my hot and then jumper so that it also energizes the other 2 circuit breakers here. What'd you do with my piece, Jax? Stole it from me. I'm gonna make a jumper and go from that piece to that piece and then hook up the neutral on the ground. And then we gotta go splice the other end, which is gonna be a little tricky.
To the other side. Da-na-na-na.
To the one I've been worrying about since we started this whole thing.
Why is that?
Well, splicing 6-gauge wire is not the greatest, but I think I found some stuff that'll help us do it the right way, but it still makes me nervous. There's not a lot of room in that little box. Alright, the wires are hooked up. So we've got that whole connection on one circuit breaker. So now that everything's hooked up, we're gonna flip it on. We're gonna go test it and plug some stuff in and see if it works. And if it does, then we'll heat shrink it, cover all the boxes back up and fill the trench back in. But don't wanna do that until we make sure it works like it should.
You just hear like a faint explosion outside.
Alright, we're on the downward slope on electric. We got it all run and wired yesterday. We're starting to fill the trench back in, but I have one more thing I kind of don't want to do, but I'm going to do. We're going to run another line out of this main box, underground, and then pop up here, sort of on the front, attached to one of these trusses with one more electrical box so that we can sort of plug things in on this side of the trailer. I don't want to dig another trench. I'm tired of digging trenches, but I think long term we're really going to appreciate having that plug over there, having access to power without having to like take off the compartment on the Airstream or run an extension cord underneath the trailer. Okay, one more trench. That's all I got in me. Let's get it done.
Time to build a pump house. Well, the pump house is already built. It's time to put siding on the pump house.
Finish building the pump house.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna finish it today, but we're gonna get a good start.
So we're kind of motivated. We're doing a few different things. We're trying to get the siding on that pump house. We're trying to get that extra electrical outlet run out of the box. We're trying to get the main electrical conduit trench filled back up.
A lot of things going on here.
We're just kind of all over the place right now.
But I gotta get this part done so that you can get that box back on, and then maybe Adel and I could do the rest. Like you could,
and I can keep digging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of things going on. Try to keep up. But that's how mean.
A little.
Sorry.
I'm digging up the ocean floor. I hope you'll find a place beside me. I think that I'm the only one that will make it all.
Alright, we don't have much time. I got about an hour to get the paint on the pump house for the first coat, and then we're actually going to go to lunch with some friends, but I only have an hour. Wish me luck. Hopefully we can get this done in just an hour. Round two. This is the second and last coat of paint. So hopefully we can get this done and get trim on today. We'll see.
What are you doing?
Today, on a brand new episode of Get This Pump House Done, we put the lid on, hinges are attached. My job is to make it to where when we raise that roof that we can leave it open. So I'm gonna rig up some legs. What would you call it?
I don't think legs are the right word.
A way to open it and keep it open so that when Jonathan's in there working on it, it doesn't fall on his face.
And I don't die.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Up, and then push that.
Push it up. And then push it in.
Swing in. Go. There you go.
Now set it down.
Bye, Dad. Bye.
Yeah. Does it hit anything? Alright, lift it up. Oh my gosh, that's the easiest pump house.
Yeah, I trust that.
This is exciting. I got to use the brackets. We came up with a plan on the fly.
Improvising.
You don't always have to have a plan.
It's a useful life skill.
I'm pretty sure it's just called homesteading.
It's also just like how I live.
Yeah.
It's just
This
called
might work.
homesteading.
Hey, I can almost stand up in it.
No, look at it.
Look at that. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Now-
it's not going anywhere.
Now here's my other question. When you want to close this thing, how do you do that? And what happens to these guys?
Well, my plan is to put eye hooks in a bungee. Or, oh, this would be a good idea. I have a great idea. Hold on.
I both got this.
Think. And then it's a two-person job.
Very much so.
But look at it.
Okay, I'll show you.
It's kind of genius.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the door. You guys work on that. Look at it.
All right, let's set it up.
Put the thing in there.
Down we go.
I would push it all the way this way. There. I did it. We did it. Good job.
So, do you want to do the rest of the installation?
Yes, I do.
It means I get to stay inside.
It means you get to measure.
In my hole.
You get to measure.
pump house is almost done on the building stage. The last step is we're going to get the solar panel mounted to the top of it. That way the whole thing can be covered and protected, and we can come back and do the plumbing and electrical later. But this has to be hooked up and run through the roof before it can be done. Gotta say, your non-planned pump house turned out pretty dang good.
I knew it would.
Of course you did. But we have to fill the pump house with stuff. There's still more electrical to hook up, there's plumbing, and there's filters, and there's even a mini solar powered system.
Things are about to get nerdy.
We'll see you then.